Good morning, students. Welcome to Max class once again, all of you. Today in our Max class, in third chapter, rational numbers, we study these main points. What do you mean by absolute value? What is absolute value of rational numbers, and how to compare the rational numbers? Which rational number is bigger, which rational number is smaller, and how to order the rational numbers, means arranging in ascending order and descending order. These are the points we are going to learn today, and we move to the exercise also. We will solve some questions of the exercise 3.2. So let us move to the main point, absolute value of rational numbers. What do you mean by absolute value of rational numbers? Dear students, absolute value of rational number means it is the numerical value of that rational numbers irrespective or regardless of the sign. We do not consider whether it is negative rational number or positive rational numbers. We ignore that all symbols and write the rational number as it is without the symbol. That is called the absolute value of rational number. Take care that in absolute value we should not take any symbol. We should not write any symbol. So absolute value of rational numbers, P by Q. P by Q, if any rational numbers, we can write in this way. This two vertical bar, inside this vertical bar, if we write in a rational number, it means we have to take its absolute value. And absolute value means we have to write the rational numbers without any symbol. So two examples. Find the absolute value of negative 3 upon 5. So negative 3 upon 5, we write inside the vertical symbol negative 3 upon 5, that is equal to 3 upon 5. So we here without any symbol we have written that numbers. Second example, B, 7 upon 9. Here also we write inside the vertical bracket this one, that is equal to 7 upon 9. So in absolute value there is no symbol. Regardless of the symbol we write that rational number as it is. That is called the absolute value of rational numbers. So dear students, I got that. I think that you have now understood, you have got the idea of what is absolute value of rational numbers. Next topic is that comparing of rational numbers. Comparing means we are deciding which one is bigger, which one is smaller. You already know that negative rational numbers are smaller than positive rational numbers. Negative rational numbers lies on the left side of 0 on the number line. And you know that on number line, if we move from right side to left side, the number will become smaller and smaller. That is why positive numbers are bigger and negative numbers are smaller. When we move to the left on a number line, the number will become smaller and smaller. Then how we can compare two rational numbers? I told that negative numbers are smaller. If one number is negative, another number is positive, and we want to find out which number is bigger, directly we can say that they are positive number is bigger. But if two numbers are positive rational numbers, or if two numbers are negative rational numbers, then comparison is not an easy one. By mere seeing, we cannot understand which number is smaller or which number is bigger. There are some steps to compare two rational numbers. These steps are: first one, convert them into positive rational numbers. We have to convert the given rational number into positive rational number if the given rational number is negative. Then after converting them into positive rational numbers, we have to make the denominator equal by finding LCM if they are not equal. If they are equal, directly we can decide which is bigger, which is smaller. But if the denominators are not equal, then we have to make them equal first by finding their LCM. Then after making them equal, we can compare which one is bigger and which one is smaller. So these are the main steps for comparing two rational numbers. This we can understand with the help of an example. Find greater rational numbers, negative 3 upon 5 and 1 upon 3. Here two rational numbers, their denominators are different. So first of all we make them equal. Why we want to make them equal? If they are unequal, then we cannot decide directly that which is smaller, which is bigger. So after making them equal, we can easily find out that 3 and 5 LCM is 15 only. So we is equal to 15. Now we want to make them equal. Negative 3 upon 5. 5 should be changed to 15 by multiplying by 3, and 1 upon 3. 3 should be changed to 15 by multiplying with 5. Then we get negative 9. Listen, students, here one is negative, another is positive. So we can directly say that this number is bigger. Always positive numbers are bigger. As I told you, positive numbers are bigger. So 1 upon 3 is bigger. Suppose if both are negative. So I am going to change the symbol here, negative. Now we cannot understand. So here also negative will come. Then 3 into 3 is equal to negative 9 upon 15 and negative 5 upon 15. Negative 5 upon 15. Now the denominators are equal and we can decide directly which is bigger. You know that negative 9 is smaller and negative 5 is bigger, because on a number line after 0, when the negative side, 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and negative 5, then after the negative 9 follows. That means negative 9 lies on the left of on the number line. That means it is a smaller and this is bigger. So we write that negative 19 upon 15 is smaller than negative 5 upon 15. So which number is bigger? Negative 5 upon 15 is bigger. Is greater, and negative 5 upon 15, that represents negative 1 upon 3. Therefore, negative 1 upon 3 is greater. So in this way, we can find out which rational number is greater, or which is bigger, which is smaller. We make them equal by finding. We change the denominators to like denominators, and then we compare. We decide which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Okay, these are the main points in that the beginning of this chapter, and now we move to exercise 3.2. There are some questions. Already we have discussed and solved examples shown relating to each and every main points in this exercise. Now based on that, our knowledge, understanding, we are going to solve this exercise. Let us move to the first question. Express the following in their simplest form or standard form. I told that in standard form, in order to change a number into its standard form, we have to cut and reduce, and the denominator should be changed to positive denominator. Here already the denominator is positive, and here we have to find out the HCF of this numerator and denominator, or directly we can cut. So here I am finding out the HCF of numerator and denominator, 3 and 33. We can divide by 3 itself. So 3 ones are, 3 11s are. Now there is no common factor, therefore HCF is 3. We divide this HCF, numerator and denominator, by HCF. 3 divided by 3 and 33 also divided by 3. Then already we got negative 1 upon 11. So this is the standard form of this rational number. Next one, 51 upon 26. Here also 51 upon 26. I am going to write here and finding out the HCF of this number. You know that 26 comes in 2 table, but 51 not comes in 2 table. And 26 that can be cannot be divided by 3, and 51 can be divided by 3. Means 4 by 4 also not possible, 5 also, 6 also not possible, 7 also not possible to cut. That means there is only one common factor, that is which one? 1 only, 26 and 51 if we divide. There is, these two numbers do not come in any particular table, therefore means they cannot be cut by a common factor, therefore its HCF is 1. So HCF is equal to, if there is no common factor for any two numbers, then their HCF will be 1. So we divide it by 1. then we get 51 upon 26. So in this way we can convert a number into its standard form or lowest form. Next, second question. There are some questions remaining that is homework for you that I will say afterwards. Find two rational numbers equivalent to each of the following. Equivalent rational numbers. I told that equivalent rational numbers can be found out by multiplying or by dividing the number if it is possible. Here first I am multiplying these two numbers. 48, 27 upon 48. First I multiply by 2. Then I got 54 upon 96. And then 27 upon 48 can be divided by 3. Both numbers can be divided by 3. If it is divisible by both numbers then by a common number, then only we have to do that. 3 9s are 27. 3 16s are 48. Therefore, we can write 27 upon 48 is equal to 54 upon 96, that's equal to 9 upon 60. So these are the two rational numbers of equivalent to rational numbers equivalent to 27 upon 48. Next, negative 2. Negative 2 we can write, students, negative 2 upon 1. So here we multiply by 2. That's equal to negative 4 upon 1, 4 upon 2. And then negative 2 upon 1 we multiply by 3. Then we get negative 6 upon 3. Therefore, we write negative 2 is equal to negative 4 upon 2. That's again equal to negative 6 upon 3. Remaining question you have to do as homework. Next, find the value of x in each of the following. 5 upon 8 is equivalent to x upon 12. These are equivalent rational numbers. And I told that in equivalent rational numbers, when two rational numbers are equivalent rational numbers, their cross product will be equal. So using that property, we can find out that missing number is equal to x upon 12. 5 upon 8 is here we cross multiply. That means here 8 and x we multiply and 5 and 12 we multiply. So I write like this: x into 8 then is equal to 5 into 12. They are equivalent rational numbers, so their cross product will be equal. That is why we have written in this form: 8 into x and 5 into 12. Always in equivalent rational numbers, cross product will be equal. Then we want the value of x, therefore this 8 will be changed to this side. Here it is multiplication, so that changes to division when it goes to another side. So 5 upon 12 divided by 8. Here 8 and 12 we can cut by 4 itself. 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. Then finally we get 5x is equal to 5 into 3 upon 2. So x is equal to 15 upon 2. So here we got x value 15 upon 2. 15, if we divide by 15, then 15 by 2, then we get 7.5 or 7.1 by 2. So x value is 15 upon 2. So in this way, there are some other questions remaining that you have to follow. Use this way. You have to solve using this way, means cross product. Then we can get the value of x. Next, which of the following? Question number 5. Fourth question, that is related to properties. That property already given in page number 58 at the top, of properties of rational numbers. With example it is given, that you have to write in copy. That's only. That question number 5 we are going to solve. Which of the following pairs represent equivalent rational numbers. Some pairs of numbers are given. We have to find out which one are equal. What are equivalent rational numbers? If the lowest form of two numbers are same, then they are called equivalent rational numbers. Or if the cross product of two rational numbers are equal, then also they are said to be equivalent rational numbers. So we can, if we find out the cross product of these numbers, then and if cross product are equal, then we can say that these are equivalent rational numbers. So here I am going to find out the cross products of these numbers. First 36 into 130 and next 90 into 52. So if the cross products we get equal, then we can say that these are equivalent rational numbers. So 36 into 130. 130 I multiply by 30 only. Then afterwards in answer we place the 0. $4,680. Next 52 into 9. 90. I multiply by 9. Then put a 0. Okay, that also 4,680. So their cross products are equal, therefore they are equivalent rational numbers. We can say that their cross products are equal. Therefore they are equivalent. So in this way we can multiply in the cross way. So therefore if the products are equal, then you can write it as they are equivalent rational numbers, and if the products are not equal, then you should write no, they are not equivalent rational numbers. That is one method. And another method is cut and reduce. This rational number you cut and reduce, this also you cut and reduce. After cutting and reducing, if both lowest forms are equal, standard forms are equal, then also they are called equivalent rational number. That's another method. Any method you can follow, that's no problem. Next question, sixth question. Find a greater number in each of the following pairs of rational numbers. Which is greater? Already we, in comparison of rational numbers, we have learned that how to compare two rational numbers. So here, first of all, we have to make the denominators equal by finding the LCM. The LCM of 10 and 16 I am going to find out. 10 and 16. 2, 5 and 8. Then 2, 5, 4. Then 2, 5, 2. Then 2, 5, 1. And then 5, 1, 1. 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 20 2s are 40, 2s are 80. LCM is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. That is equal to 80. So both this denominator should be changed to 80. So first 6 upon 10. In order to change terms 80, we multiply by 8. And 4 upon 16. 16 we multiply by 5 to change to 80. 6 8s are 48 upon 80, and 4 5s are 20 upon 80. Now you can see that 48 upon 80 and 20 upon 80, which is bigger. 20 upon 80 is smaller, and 48 upon 80 is bigger. So we write 48 upon 80 is greater than 20 upon 80. Therefore, is 48 upon 80, that represents 6 upon 10. Therefore, we write 6 upon 10 is greater. Okay, so the remaining question, that's a homework for you that you have to do yourself. Okay. Next question number 7. Arrange the following rational numbers in ascending order. Here ascending order means smaller to bigger we have to arrange. Here 5 numbers are given. In these 5 numbers, which are the smaller, from smaller to bigger, on that way we have to arrange. Here you know that all the numbers, the denominators are different, so it is necessary that we have to find out the LCM of denominators. So here once again I am rewriting these numbers because some denominators have negative, so first we have to change that. 7 upon 11, 8 upon negative 6, that changes to negative 8 upon 6, comma negative 6 upon 8, and here one mixed fraction that we change to improper. 2 4s are 8 plus 1, 9 upon 4, and 27 upon 25. Now we are going to find out the LCM of these denominators. The denominators are, first one 11, 6, 8, 4 and 25. So here 6 and 8 and 4 can be cut by 2, therefore we start from 2 itself. 11, when we cut 6 by 2, 3, then 4 and 2, then 25. Then again by 2, then we get 11, 3 and here 2, and here 1, and here 25. Next we divide by 2, 11, 3 and 1. Here also 1 and 25. Next we divide by 3, 11, 1, 1, 1 and 25. Next we divide, next prime number is 5. 25 can be cut. And 5. Next again by 5. 11, 1, 1, 1 and 1. And last by 11. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So these all factors we multiply. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 11. 2 2s are 4 2s are 8. 8 5s are 40. 43s are 120. 125s are 600. 600 into 11, 6,600. So LCM is 6,600. We have to make all these denominators 6,600. Then only we can understand that which number is bigger, which number is smaller. So first we take 7 upon 11. This 11 should be changed to 6,600. By which number we have to multiply for making this 11 to 6,600? For that one simple method, 11 is the denominator, so this here it is 11. This 11 we avoid, remaining all we multiply. 5 5s are 25, 25 2s are 50, 53s are 150, 152s are 300, 302s are 600. So we have to multiply by 600. Here also and upside also by 600. Then 7 6 are 42, 4,200 upon 6,600. Next denominator is 8, negative 8 upon 6. This 6 we have to change to 6,600. 6 means here 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6. This 3 and 2 we avoid, and remaining other numbers we multiply. 5 5s are 25, 25 2s are 50, 50 2s are 100, 100 into 11, 1100. Means we have to multiply by 1100. Then 8,800 divided by 6,600. That is negative number. Next negative 6 upon 8. This 8 should be converted to 6600. Where is 8? 2 2s are 4 2s are 8. So this 3 we avoid, remaining all we multiply. 5 5s are 25, 25 3s are 75, 75 11s are, that is equal to 4950, means 825. We multiply by 825. 825, 6 if we multiply 4950, negative number, and here downside 6600. Next, 2 1 upon 4, that means it is 9 upon 4. 4 should be changed to 6600. 4 means this 2 we have to avoid, remaining all we have to multiply. 2 3s are 6, 5s are 30, 30 5s are 150. 150 into 11 is equal to 1650. 1650. We have to multiply by 1650. When we multiply, we get 14,850 upon 6,600. Last number 27 upon 25. This 25, 5 has a 25. This 2 we avoid, remaining all we multiply. Then what we get? We get 264. Here also we multiply 264. Then when we multiply, we get 7,128 upon 6,600. So now we have got these numbers, and now we see all the denominators are now equal. Now we see which is the smallest one. Negative numbers are smaller, and among the two negative numbers are there. So among this, in case of negative numbers, bigger numbers are smaller. So this is smaller number. That means negative 8,800 upon 6,600, smallest one. And next this one, negative 4,950 upon 6,600. Next all positive numbers. Here 4,200, and here 7,180 and 14,000. So this is next number. And next 7,128 upon 6,600, and last 14,850 upon 6,600. And now these numbers stand for, therefore negative 8,800, that stands for negative 8 upon 6. And the next negative 4,950, that stands for negative 6 upon 8. Next 4,200 upon 660, that stands for 7 upon 11. And next 7,128, that stands for 27 upon 25. And the last, this number, that stands for 1 upon 4. So now we have arranged these numbers in ascending order. So in this way, each numbers you make the denominator equal by finding their LCMs and then arrange them in ascending order, smaller to bigger. In that way we have to arrange. There are many questions, that remaining questions are homeworks, and question number 8 also, that is arrange in descending order. Descending order is all the steps are same, up to here these steps are same, and last when we arrange, that's only the difference. Here we arrange smaller to bigger, but in descending order we have to arrange bigger to smaller. That's the only difference. So this 7th question, remaining question, and 8th question full, they are homeworks. And next we go to 9th question. Find the absolute value of the following rational numbers. I told that absolute value means the writing the numbers without any symbol. So negative 5 upon 7, that's its absolute value is 5 upon 7. Next 4 upon negative 3, that we can write negative 4 upon 3, its absolute value is 4 upon 3. Remaining question is a homework. Then there are one question, insert 6 rational numbers between 1 upon 2. One upon 2 and 5 upon 8. So in order to insert numbers between two rational numbers, I told that their denominator should be made equal first, and then we multiply both numerator and denominator by n plus 1. N means how many numbers we need, that is the value of n. So here 2 and 8, their LCM is 8 only. 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2 and 2, 1, 1. 2 into 2 into 2, 8. So LCM is 8. Here 1 upon 2, this 2 should be made 8 by multiplying with 4, and here 5 upon 8 already there. So 4 upon 8 and 5 upon 8. Between these two numbers we cannot get 6 numbers, therefore we multiply by n plus 1. N is equal to 6, therefore n plus 1 is equal to 6 plus 1, that's equal to 7. We multiply by 7. 4 upon 8 into 7 into 7, and 5 upon 8 into 7 into 7. Then again we got 4 7s are 28 upon 56, and 5 7s are 35 upon 56. 28 and 35, between that 6 numbers are available, so we write here. Therefore 6 rational numbers between 1 upon 2 and 5 upon 8 are between 28 and 35. 29 upon 56, 30 upon 56, 31 upon 56, 32 upon 56, and 33 upon 56. And 34 upon 56. So these are the required rational numbers between this given number. So these are the important questions from this exercise, and which are given as homework that you have to do. Everybody should do the homework, and then only you can practice. You will practice and you can be perfect in each one. Therefore, doing homework is very compulsory, and to do the work also every day, so that you may understand how to solve the questions. So any doubts you have, you can clear it by Google Meet. So have a nice day for everyone. Okay, thank you.